Guess what? Back again for another game of Dawn of Soulstorm. It's going to be on the Tranquility's End map, and hopefully I'll have a better time at oh, actually, no, probably not though. Probably, I was hoping I'd have a better time this time around compared to the previous games, but I think I might be familiar with how this game went. But what the hell? I'll just see what happens anyway. So yes, got the bottom team, which is myself, Lightman 2009. Well, bottom player. It's 1 versus 1. So we've got the bottom player, Lightman 2009, which is myself playing as the Orcs, going for 3 quick Slugger Boys squads, and my opponent, Fudzi, is yeah, pretty much going for the same thing, also going for a quick generator, or at the very least quicker than me anyway. And there you go. Going to be going for that, and let's see, what does he have coming out? He's got 2 Slugger Boys squads, and a 3rd Slugger Boy squad coming out along with the Big Mech. As myself, I've got the Big Mech coming out as well, so slightly different builds for the both of us, but overall probably not too much difference. So what it looks like I'll be doing, I'm actually, wow, sending my troops all the way forward, okay, to my opponent's base, because I think he actually spawned as random. So the problem is I didn't actually know what race he was, which meant I basically needed to scout him out as quickly as possible. So find out that he's Orcs as well, and he's going to get a slight advantage here because he's going to have greater numbers than my Slugger Boys. So I should have taken this as a cue. Should have taken this as a cue to get my guys out of there. But unfortunately, as you can see, getting beaten back. Although, oh, never mind. Actually, I'm reinforcing as well. So I'm actually leaving these guys to reinforce. I probably should have stopped reinforcing them when I noticed that they were retreating. But there we go. Actually, I did. So I've just got 7 Slugger Boys. Perhaps a little bit excessive compared to what they were meant to be doing, but what the hell. In any case, both of us have got a big mechs out, and yeah, certainly turning out to be quite a game. Got Slugger Boys engaging each other all across the map, and not seeing anything when it comes to ranged firepower just yet, but I'm sure we'll be seeing that very, very soon. And let's see, yeah, there we go, me making the same damn mistake of, well, of leaving my boys unreinforced, but actually never mind. Looks like I'm actually just leaving them in as a bait, really, yeah, just for my opponents to commit himself a bit more, and until I teleport my own Orc squad in. At the same time, my own squad's coming back in to take on my opponent, and oh no, never mind, I'm actually going to be decapturing his point there, so not bad effort by myself indeed, although I really should have been reinforcing these guys so I don't have to rebuild them, but oh, what can you do? Yeah, so my opponent, let's see, does have not much else out yet. Got another Slugger Boy squad coming in. No war banners from him just yet, actually, so it looks like that was just something more unique to what I actually got out. Interesting, so yeah, I guess delaying war banners could work, really, because yeah, I mean, if you just have a look what's happening, it's mostly a tier 1 battle at the moment. I'm managing to, yeah, basically to capture strategic points, and yeah, generally put just starting to advance forward. My opponent, on the other hand, yeah, is a little bit on the back foot, at least for the time being, but yeah, that could change very quickly, especially if he decides to go for ranged troops before me, which doesn't seem to have happened just yet. So he's getting a war banner before me. I thankfully managed to get one before him, though. Doesn't seem to have made much difference there, and also getting another Slugger Boy squad out. So wow, actually neither of us really going for Shooter Boys as of yet, so it's mostly just a melee versus melee battle. And why not? So that's usually how the Orcs like it. Nothing like a bloody melee, to say the least. And Fudzi, I think he actually, wow, kept his guys in reserve. It is a few Slugger Boys just do a bit of range damage to my guys as they're coming in, and there we go, now we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned melee smackdown, although I think I'm actually pretty heavily outmatched here, especially if my morale starts to go down. Let's just see, 7 versus 8, yeah, definitely outmatched, to say the least. I've actually got a Big Mech versus Big Mech, which is kind of funny, and I've got an extra squad coming in for Fudzi, and if I'm not careful, I could risk losing my entire squad of sluggers. But thankfully I do manage to teleport them out of there just in time. My own Shooter Boys coming in as well, and just, of course, just as well, I sent my own Shooter Boys in because, yeah, now my opponent has also got his own Shooter Boys, and if we both know what we're doing, we should be keeping the Shooter Boys squad sizes to a minimum, and basically just creating new squads rather than anything else. Should have been doing something a bit more of these Slugger Boys, let's get him to regroup with my main force, but what can you do? Actually, might have been able to sandwich his troops, actually, but no, instead I decided to just keep these guys over here, which is a bit of a piss poor effort on my behalf, actually, given that basically my opponent is devoting all of his forces to attacking particular spots while I've got my guys split up there. So really should have been doing something with these slugger boys. Fortunately, I left him out in the cold, and yeah, looks like my ally's exploiting that by doing a bit of damage himself and trying to fortify his positions. I did manage to stop him from bringing his warband online, managed to take out one of his listening posts, and there we go, we've got a slugger boy squad capturing that critical location. So I do have my guys a bit more spread out though, but do have to be careful with letting my guys get taken out piecemeal by my opponent's more concentrated forces, and especially have to be careful charging into my opponent's base here. Very bad move by myself, they're sending in these shooter boys by their own. Thankfully I did retreat them before that war banner is online, and yeah, do have a pretty significant squad of slugger boys with the attached big mech as well. These guys still staying behind, they're a very bad move up on my behalf, and yeah, as you can see, me and my opponents basically manoeuvring around the map there. Kind of hard to say who's going to win here, but I'd say my opponent probably has the upper hand, unless if I really manage to mount one hell of an attack here, because as you can see my defences aren't really much compared to my opponents. And yeah, shooter boys versus shooter boys, sluggers tearing the crap out of those things, and where's my... did my big mech... oh no, my big mech's there, but he's on death's door. And yeah, as you can see, shooter boys basically continuing to shoot my shooter boys, taking that slowly while I concentrated on the warband. I really should have directed my fire a bit better. And yeah, as you can see, basically my force getting decimated while my opponent continues to rampage in my base there. Not really sure how the hell this is... the game is only half over at this point. It's hard to imagine me really doing much at this point, but what the hell, we'll see what happens. I might just speed things up a bit, because otherwise, what do you know, I actually do manage to... oh, that's what actually turns it out for me, actually get Storm Boys into the fray. Interesting. And since my opponent is mostly using slugger boys, at least he was on the right, they did manage to temporarily get him to retreat there. Storm Boys coming in, my slugger boys actually going into range against them, and there we go, finally getting into us bloody melee yet again. My opponent thankfully leaving his shooter boys behind, so things being a bit more evenly matched for me, and it doesn't look like I've really lost too much of my base. In fact, I don't think I've actually lost it at all. I did lose a couple of listening posts, a couple of strategic points, but apart from that, not doing too badly. But yeah, unfortunately my guy's getting forced back now, so basically now I've got next to no army except for these slugger boys left, which kind of sucks to say the least. I'm trying to furiously build up this strong point at the very least in case they want to attack it, because it's so far out, and yeah, these slugger boys still not doing anything. Really should have done something with them, but oh, what can you do? Even got knob leaders being added to the slugger boy squads, and even being added to the shooter boy squads, and he actually is going for massive shooter boy squads, which I find rather interesting. Also got the knob leader being added to the slugger boy squad with the attached big mechs, a very dandy combination there. Indeed, and yeah, this thing post not exactly lasting too long, me being forced to retreat my two Gretchen squads, and was this minefield? Oh no, I think it was constructed, but the problem is that they're detecting it with the big mech though, so now they're just taking it out from ranged with the shooter boys, which certainly sucks to say the least. I'm surprised they... okay, I suppose I did want to capture this point first and then go for the warband, presumably after the minefield is destroyed, but no, it looks like he's just going to keep on capturing it, so I guess he doesn't really care if he loses a couple of guys here and there, because he's got so many damn sluggers and shooters that yeah, he can just afford to do whatever the hell he wants. And my sluggers still remaining there, Jesus. So yes, he's got a few researches being done, blast research, tougher bosses, more choppy research, even, Jesus, and he's even got the big guns add-on for one of his war banners, which is not something you see too often, because it's a bit more of a luxury upgrade in my opinion, but given how forward the war banner is placed, you might as well try to, yeah, just fortify as much as possible. Although given how much an upgrade costs, you think it might have been better off just with a maybe just a second war banner, but what the hell, doing a great job in mowing my guys down here. My slugger boy is basically doing nothing for the entire game, but yeah, I do have my own big mech out, so I suppose they did act as a bit of a distraction. Big mech with a couple of slugger boy squads out. Should be able to take out the listening post at the very least, hopefully. And damn grots are trying to repair it. They actually had decided to divert my attention to them, and yeah, managed to take them out, but they do buy enough time for listening post to survive a bit longer. And for my opponent's forces to basically teleport in, is actually devoted the majority of them to the left here. So only diverted a small force of sluggers when attached to the bigger mech here. He might be suspecting that I might be trying to attack somewhere else, maybe, not entirely sure. But in case, yeah, do actually, wow, do actually manage to get him to split up his forces. Unfortunately, His warband is still alive. I did manage to take out his upgraded listing post, a nice little victory for me. And my opponent though, he's getting knobs into the fray. Knob leaders, doesn't have the Orky Forge yet, thank God. But yeah, he's I mean, he only really needs to bring his full forces to bear against me, and he's going to be able to basically demolish me. So I think this is probably going to be the last significant battle we'll be seeing. Got a couple of shooter boys, slugger boys, more slugger boys, wow. And yeah, as you can see, oh dearie me, yeah, definitely not going too well for me. Thankfully my opponent, sorry, did split up his forces a bit, but yeah, now that they're coming back slowly, yeah, he's just going to completely tear into me. My slugger boys squad with the attached big mech is completely decimated. My shooter boys are completely decimated, and they're getting driven back by the knobs. And I really don't know what my opponent's waiting for. He really might as well just attack. I think he might have just been waiting to get tank busters out actually, because he got the infiltration research there as well. So really, he doesn't have much of a reason to delay now. If he was afraid of my buildings attacking him, because now he's got infiltrated anti-tank units, they can just blast the crap out of my buildings without getting seen. Unless if I've got a detection units, which of course I don't have. But there you go. Actually. Managing to slow him down a bit, but yeah, unfortunately, just really delaying the inevitable in this case, in this situation. And yeah, my shooter boys are basically being forced to run around. The buildings do have nice guns on them, and they can certainly do pretty good damage attacking all at once. But yeah, against this amount of enemy forces, yeah, it's just not really going to go too much in my favour. And yeah, with this combined force of shooter boys and tank busters coming in as well, yeah, it's GG by me. And yes, indeed, good game to my opponent. So there you have it. Until next time, this has been Dame to the Vidge, signing off.